During the South African War, also known as the Anglo-Boer War of 1899 to 1902, blockhouses became one of the most important features of the British counter-guerrilla strategy. More than 8,000 so-called rice blockhouses, which were inexpensive and quick to build, had been designed and constructed by the Royal Engineers all over the Free State and Transvaal republics. These fortifications were used to specifically counter the hit-and-run tactics of highly mobile Boer commandos during the guerrilla phase of the war. In addition, a number of more durable blockhouses constructed from locally quarried stone were also erected to maximize the defensive capabilities of the British forces. These robust stone structures were strategically positioned to defend important railway junctions, bridges, river crossings, towns, etc., and also served as anchor points in wider networks of smaller rice blockhouses. Unique to the Orange Free State Republic at the time was the construction of 8 octagon-shaped stone blockhouses, which were erected during the initial conventional phase of the war and the occupation of the Republic. These much more expensive blockhouses, manned by 8 to 12 soldiers each, were built in the late 1900s. Their 8-sided shape allowed for an all-round field of defensive rifle fire. Today, only 2 of these original octagonal blockhouses are still standing. One is located on Transnet property in the Tierpoort area, about 40 kilometers southwest of Bloemfontein. However, this blockhouse is in a poor state of disrepair. In order to highlight the important role of blockhouses in the South African War, the director of the War Museum, Toki Pretorius, and his team initiated a project in April 2025 to construct an exact replica of the original Tierpoort blockhouse on the premises. An offer of funding for this specific project by a group of Bloemfontein military veterans was gladly accepted. The museum commissioned a retired architect, Henny van Zyl, to meticulously measure the dimensions of the Tierpoort blockhouse and supervise the construction process to ensure the building of an exact replica. In addition, historians at the museum conducted thorough research by approaching archives and museums locally and abroad for information on the Orange River octagonal blockhouses and the Tierpoort blockhouse in particular. This was done to design and prepare exhibitions focusing on the blockhouse system in South Africa to be housed inside the new building. Construction by an appointed contractor commenced in June 2025. However, in order to reduce costs, museum staff were responsible for certain aspects of the construction process, such as wood and steelworks, electrification, painting, paving, etc. The project was completed by November 2025. On Thursday, the 27th of November 2025, the War Museum officially inaugurated the new Blockhouse Museum. The event was attended by a number of invited dignitaries, the stakeholders involved and museum staff. After Danae Swanepoel from the War Museum welcomed the guests, Toki Pretorius, who managed the project, provided an overview of how the initiative developed. Thereafter, Dr. Johan van Zyl from the War Museum elaborated on the exhibitions presented inside the Blockhouse building, followed by Advocate Colin Steyn, sharing interesting stories related to the war and blockhouses with the audience. Charlton Plaatjes from the War Museum acknowledged the contributions of various role players in the project. The official proceedings concluded with a ribbon-cutting ceremony. Afterwards, guests could view the Blockhouse Museum and the exhibitions inside up close. Visitors found the event both enlightening and memorable.
Wow, wow, wow. What a beautiful morning. Coming all the way to experience, to witness history in the making, the opening of the Blockhouse, South African War. What an experience.
A wonderful occasion for the Heritage Council to be here amid greatness, amid the unveiling of the Blockhouse here at the War Museum in Bloemfontein. We have just experienced the transfer and the transmission of the past for the enjoyment of the present generation and also for the enjoyment of those who are still yet to come and enjoy this legacy. Halala, halala to the War Museum in Bloemfontein. Thank you.
With this latest addition to its outside exhibits to highlight the role of the Blockhouse system, the War Museum again demonstrated its continuous commitment and dedication in preserving and displaying the heritage of the South African War.